Today's video is on the recent Amnesty International report calling on Israel being a racist apartheid state. By apartheid, we mean segregating people on the grounds of race. Apartheid is a crime against humanity under international law. The African Union has suspended an early decision to grant Israel an observer seat in line with member state obligations under the Apartheid Convention. There hasn't been much from the Muslim nations, but thanks to mainly South Africa, there has been some movement. Please do listen to the passionate speech from
Amnesty International is here today to call on the authorities of Israel to put an end to the system of apartheid it is maintaining against all Palestinians living under their effective control, whether in Israel itself, in the OPT, or as refugees in other countries. We are here today to call on the international community to take resolute action against the crime of humanity being perpetrated in order to maintain the system of apartheid. We present meticulous evidence.
Unfortunately, apartheid and other criminal activity and genocides will continue due to the fact Israel has a close relationship with the West and the United States, who is a superpower. Please watch the next clip, which is excellent journalism on hypocrisy.
Outside reports, but you certainly cite them quite a bit in your own human rights report. And I went back and looked, and in terms of just the last human rights report cited Amnesty International on Ethiopia, on Cuba, on China and Xinjiang, on Iran, on Burma, on Syria, on Cuba, and those references are endorsements of what this group, Amnesty, and then other groups as well that are cited have found. Why is it that, without taking a stand or making a judgment about the findings of this particular report, why is it that all criticism of Israel from these groups is almost always rejected by the U.S. and yet accepted, welcomed, and endorsed when it comes out when the criticism is of other countries, notably countries with which you have significant policy differences?
Matt, I would make a couple points. Number one, when we include a footnote in something like
these aren't footnotes, Ned. These are
when we cite, yes. Which it's a game of semantics, I suppose, but whether you call it a citation or a footnote.
Well, when it says in the report, Amnesty International found this X
yes.
in Xinjiang with the Uyghurs, and we determine that we think that it's a genocide, and you guys come out and cite that and say, well, we also agree that it's a genocide.
That is a far cry, Matt, from saying that we have a comprehensive agreement with a third-party report that was produced by an outside group.
So it's just when it's criticism of Israel that you feel free to disagree? Where have you ever disagreed with an Amnesty report or a human rights report on a country such as Iran?